Good afternoon, Hill City family. This afternoon, I'd like to talk to you about Hill City and our response to the COVID-19 virus. As I'm sure everyone is aware, as word travels very fast, the virus has been detected in Deadwood, South Dakota. This virus is literally at our doorstep. What I'd like to talk to everyone about this afternoon is not the numbers. You can turn on your TV set and you can pick up a newspaper and see all of that information. I'd like to talk to everyone about how we're looking to limit the spread of the virus and the exposure to our community, what we're doing and how we're going to work to get through this as a community. We've seen many situations as of late where people have been coming from other infected areas to escape the situations they're in, and they've been coming here. This only increases the possibility and our likelihood of contracting the virus here. We've also seen how that virus can spread and the exposure that it lends. A great example of this is what happened at the Cancer Care Center, where one person who testing positive for it could literally have exposed hundreds of people. With this in mind, we've made some changes from a city government perspective, and I wanted to share those with you, as well as other things that we're doing from a community perspective so that everyone's aware of how we're working to get through this. In response to this disease and what we need to do to keep our community safe, the City Council convened in a special meeting last Wednesday on March 25th. During that meeting, the City Council passed a resolution addressing the disease. The resolution specifically adheres to the guidelines established by the Centers for Disease Control and requires that all residents and businesses look to those guidelines and use them as a measure and guidance. In addition to the guidelines, the resolution calls upon those powers that have been given to the City Council by way of South Dakota state law. In the event that there is a situation where it is determined by the council that there is a breach of the guidelines, the council has the authority to address those individual situations as necessary. Those situations would be ones that pose a risk to the health and safety of the overall community. As a community, most of our members, if not all of our members, have come into compliance prior to the issuance of that resolution. And I trust that all will continue to do so without that needing to happen. But I would like our community to understand that any debate relative to the power of a resolution versus an ordinance is a non-issue. A resolution is the best way for our city to be able to administer what needs to be done in this situation, and that is the best vehicle for us to use and the quickest way for us to be able to administer what's necessary for our city. In addition to city government, we have also made some changes relative to how we handle things at City Hall. City Hall continues to remain open, and we are here during normal business hours. We still request that everyone uses the mail, the automated bill system, so you can sign up to pay your bills automatically, or you use our drop box at the post office to remit your water bill payments. If you need assistance for any other items from anyone at City Hall, please call us and let us know. We'd be more than happy to set up an appointment for anyone and see what we can do to get your business resolved. We're also continuing to ensure that we have our regular meetings as scheduled. With those meetings and the posted agendas, you'll note that there are dial-in phone numbers with teleconference codes. We'd ask that all those wishing to participate in those meetings, including council members, utilize those dial-in numbers in order to attend those meetings. In addition to what's been done at a city government and a city office level, our community has been working very hard to put together changes and programs and things that we can do as a community, not only to ensure that we have safety and the basic needs that everyone has, but to make sure that we still continue to stay engaged as a community. We have several things that have been done and that have been put out. And in order to ease understanding of everything that is out there, we've established the Senior Center as a focal point for information. If anyone has any needs or needs to know what any of these services are, they can contact the Senior Center at 574-2988 and either leave a message, or if you are able to speak with someone, they'll be able to give you information. To give you a brief overview of some of the things that have been put in place, I'd just like to go over it. So before I start, I'd like to recognize the restaurants that we have within our city limits in Hill City, the restaurants as well as coffee shops. Well before this resolution went into place, the restaurants had changed their business models in order to ensure that there was a safer environment for our folks, really discouraging public gatherings. They all really stepped up to the plate to make sure that we were creating a safe community environment. The Alpine Inn, Burnout Pizza, and Hill City Cafe have all gone to takeout and curbside models. In addition, Hill City Cafe is also offering a delivery model. Cream Coffee Shop also has a takeout window and curbside delivery, and Link's Den also had their open sign on. There are also food delivery services within our city limits. Kroll's Groceries has set up a delivery service for those in need of groceries. You can call 574-2717 for more information to set that up. Meals on Wheels is continuing during this time. And in fact, Meals on Wheels has been extended. It will now run 7 days a week, 2 times per day. Please call the Hill City Cafe for more information on that. Their number is 574-4582. The other food services that we have within Hill City are the food pantry, which still continues to run. Although they are making changes to the way that you receive your food, the food pantry is still available. School lunches have been established and they are still being given out by the school. More information has been provided directly by the school. And family box lunches and food items are available at the Boys and Girls Club. We also have other services that are available to the community that there is more information on if necessary. Those services include small business information with regard to loans and grants. The EDC and Chamber have more information on that. While our library has closed its doors to walk-in people, they still have curbside services. So if you're in need of a movie or a book in order to get you through this time, they'd be available to help you out with that. Our Chamber of Commerce does have their business lists and information and website pages for all of the businesses available. You can visit their website. You can visit them at visithillcitysouth.dakota.com. And a couple of other things that I also wanted to make mention of that are in the works right now is there is a bear hunt in Hill City. So if anyone can see it in their heart to put a teddy bear in your window or maybe somewhere in your mailbox, children are encouraged to, on a nice sunny day, go out and look for the bears in Hill City, and it'll give them something enjoyable to do. In addition to that, we're asking for Hill City to light up again. So light up by way of take those Christmas lights out. If you're at home in self-quarantine, go ahead and drag some of those lights out, or if you were a procrastinator like my family was, you can just plug them in again. And let's put our Christmas lights on to brighten it up. Hill City is going to display green and gold colors, so hopefully the snow today and tomorrow won't delay us too much, and we'll be able to get that out just to show some cheer. We will continue to evaluate additional things that we can do to keep people's minds active during this time. We understand that it is very difficult. It's not an easy thing to do. There's a lot of changes for people right now, and it's the unknown. I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, and neither does anyone else. It's my intention that future communications that you receive from myself or anyone else not necessarily be focused on the numbers or what you can find out from the TV and other more resources that'll be more reliable than myself. I'd like to focus on us as a community and things that we can do. There's a lot of creative ideas out there for things that we can do to keep our minds off of it, to keep us going, to keep us active, and to make sure that we remember that we are a community, and that's what we're going to be looking toward. I ask everyone to remember that we will get through this, and the way that we're going to get through this is as a community. We are Hill City Strong. Thank you, and have a good day and weekend.